God, I look to you. I won't be overwhelmed. Give me vision to see things like you do. What a beautiful statement, right? The ability to see things like how God sees. Once a boy asked his father a question. What do you think is my value? And the father decided to answer it. But instead of answering it, he gave him a stone. And he asked his son to take the stone to a gardener and try to sell it, but don't give it to him. And the son said, so what should I do? Father said, just go there and ask him whether he wants. And if he asks how much is its price, just raise 2 fingers and show him as if it is 2. And you know what happened? The boy went to the gardener, and when the gardener saw him, the boy did what his father asked him to do, trying to sell the stone. And the gardener asked him, how much do you expect me to pay? And the boy raised his fingers and showed. And this man said, okay, I'll give you $20 is what they say. Let us make it contextual and say, I'll give you 20 rupees. So this boy didn't give it to him, just like his father said. He took it back. And he went to his father and said, Father, the gardener told that he'll give me 20 rupees. The father said, well, good. Now take this to a museum. And he said, okay, and what should I do there? Just do what you did here. He was like, okay. He went to the museum. And there, again, he told them that he would like to sell it. So the person there asked, how much do you expect us to pay? He raised his fingers again. And the man looked at his 2 fingers and said, shall I give you 2,000 rupees? And the boy didn't say anything. He walked back home and told father, Father, this man said he will give me 2,000 rupees. The boy was actually shocked because earlier the other person said 20 rupees and now it is 2,000 rupees. The father knew that the boy was in for more surprise. The father said, why don't you go back and meet a stone specialist and show him yours? He went to a stone specialist, and the moment the stone specialist saw the stone, before even the boy uttering a word, the man looked at him and said, where did you find it? I'll give you anything. And the boy was shocked and he said, how much do you want? And the boy raised his 2 fingers, and that man said, 2 crores? Would that do? The boy was shocked. What does this beautiful story tell us? The story tells us that the value of the stone depended on the knowledge of the person who was evaluating it. Most of the time, we value our lives and we value others' lives depending on our experiences, our knowledge, and in our own worldview. But sometimes we might look down a lot at ourselves because of the limited knowledge that we have, or might be because of the limited knowledge others have about us. One of the best examples in Bible that we see is about King David. David, when he was a young man, before he became a king, he was just a shepherd boy in the forest. When Samuel came to his house to anoint one of them as a king, as God had told him, Samuel asked his father, told him, can you show me your sons, because God has asked me to anoint one of them as a king. David's father never showed him. Neither did Samuel think he was eligible for that. David's father considered him just as a shepherd boy. That was the value his father gave. Even Samuel, when he sees David, he's quite perplexed. But again, you hear God saying, don't look at the outward appearance. And further down, you see this great man, the King David, whose name you see even resonating in the New Testament. Beautiful psalms written by him. A wonderful man of God. God knew who this man is going to be. Many times we value our lives, like how the gardener told, like how the museum person told, like how the father here told, like how the prophet thought. They all have limited knowledge. But life becomes a blessing when we learn to see it through the eyes of the Lord, and we start to love and appreciate others when we learn to see it through the eyes of God. There is a beautiful analogy. I know you can now see a beautiful paddy field in front of your eyes. These are beautiful paddy fields in Madhya Pradesh. During this time, that is October, November, it looks so beautiful, full green, full lively, full of life. But if you see this in the dry months, the months of March, April, they look like nothing. They look hopeless. And sometimes we even feel, why is the farmer wasting so much time on this land? But the farmer knows there is an October coming. In our lives, there are times when we look into our lives and we feel hopeless. We feel it does not have any value. But if we sow the right seeds, if you know, if you learn, if you trust in God and accept and to see ourselves the way He sees us, we will know that our value is much more. Let me end with Paul. He would have been just a persecutor. Even Ananias thought the same about him. But God told, I have great plans for him. And I believe He has great plans for you. Amen.